Atharvashira Upanishad. This Upanishad is related to the tradition of AtharvaVeda. In the first three Kandikas, a description of the realization to the entity of Supreme Soul in the form of Rudra by the gods, as also the hymns recited for his pleasure are given. He has been stated as the primitive cause, the past, future, and the present, the male and female, the perishable, the immortal, the confident, the secret. He too is the power that adorns the inert and sensitive world with peculiarities. He has been stated beyond Om, the letter A, U, and Ma, describing Lord Rudra as Pranava. His peculiarities, the power and importance of his worship has been described in fourth Kandika. In the sixth Kandika, the origin of Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, etc. properties and the basic activated element Apaha and the evolvement of it has been described. The importance of reciting this Upanishad has been described in the seventh Kandika. Shanti Patha. Om Bhadrang Karnevi Shrinuyama Deva Bhadrang Pashyemakshabhiryajatraha Sthirairangaistuštuvang Sastanubhir Vashyema Devahitang Yadayuh Swasti na Indra Vriddhashravah Swasti nः Pusha Vishwavedah Swasti nastarkshya Arishtanemihi Swasti na Brihaspatir Dadhatu. Om Shantihi, Shantihi, Shantihi. O God, may we listen to the benevolent speech, words from our ear, and see the benevolent scenes always. O God, may we live full life praying you ceaselessly with healthy body, so that we can perform the great deeds. May Lord Indra, the King of gods and great illustrious, do our welfare. May the omniscient God Pusha do our welfare. The god once visited at the heavenly abode and asked Lord Rudra, "Who are you?" Lord Rudra answered, "I am one. I am past, present, and future also. There is nothing except me." The God residing in the heart of all living organisms and inserted in all directions too is I, myself. I am eternal and non-eternal, visible and invisible, Brahmana and non-Brahmana. I am Eastern and Western, Southern and Northern. I am below and above. Chandogya Upanishad 7.25.1. I am the quarters and the subquarters. I am masculine and neuter and feminine. I am Gayatri, Savitri and Saraswati, Trishtub, the Jagati and the Anushtub. I am the fire in all forms, viz. Grahapatya, Dakshinagni and Ahavanya. I am the cow and the she buffalo. I am Rik, Yaju and Saman, and I am the Atharva Angirasa. I am the eldest, the noblest, and the best. I am the water and the fire. I am hidden in the fire sticks. I am the imperishable and the perishable. I am the lotus flower and I am the soma filter. I am the powerful I am within and without. I am the light born in the east. I am all. I am the unending. He who knows me becomes all at the same time. He knows the gods and all the Vedas and the Vedangas. And I am also that I who with my power satisfy the Brahmana by the Brahmanas, the cow with the cows, the Brahmanas with the Brahmanahood, the sacrificial food with the sacrificial food, the life with the life, the truth with the truth, the law with the law. Then the gods asked Rudra. The gods looked at Rudra. The gods thought over Rudra. The gods started praying him with their arms lifted up. O Lord Rudra, you are in the form of Brahma. We salute you, O Lord Rudra. You are in the form of Lord Vishnu. And we salute you, O Lord Rudra. You are saluted in the form of Skanda. You are saluted in the form of Indra, the fire, the wind, and the sun. O Lord Rudra, you are in the form of 8 stars and sub-stars. You are saluted in these forms too. You are further saluted in the form of Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Swaha, Maha. Rudra is this exalted one, and the earth, to him the salutation. Rudra is this exalted one, and the mid-region. To him the salutation. Rudra is this exalted one, and the heaven. To him the salutation. Rudra is this exalted one, and the water. To him the salutation. Rudra is this exalted one, and the fire. To him the salutation. Rudra is this exalted one, and the Kala. To him the salutation. Rudra is this exalted one, and the Yama. To him the salutation. The salutation. Rudra is this exalted one, and the Mrityu. To him the salutation. The salutation. Rudra is this exalted one, and the immortal. To him the salutation. The salutation. Rudra is this exalted one, and the ether. To him the salutation. The salutation. Rudra is this exalted one, and the all. To him the salutation. The salutation. Rudra is this exalted one, and the grass. To him the salutation. The salutation. Rudra is this exalted one, and the fine. To him the salutation. The salutation. Rudra is this exalted one, and the white. To him the salutation. The salutation. Rudra is this exalted one, and the black. To him the salutation. The salutation. Rudra is this exalted one, and the whole. To him the salutation. The salutation. Rudra is this exalted one, and the truth. Rudra is this exalted one, and the true. To him the salutation. The salutation. Rudra is this exalted one, and the universe. To him the salutation. The salutation. Lord Rudra, Bhur is your beginning, Bhuvar your middle, Swar your head. You are in universal form and an exclusive Brahmana. You are one, twofold, threefold. You are growth. You are peace. You are prosperity. What is offered in sacrifice and what not offered in sacrifice. Given and not given. All and non-all. Whole and non-whole. Done and undone. The highest of the highest. Parama param. That is how it is to be split. The highest goal. You are it. We have drunk Soma, have become immortal. We have entered into the light, found out the gods. What could the hostility harm us now? What, O immortal, the malice of man? See, Rick 8.48.3. O God, you are subtle soul, Purusha, appeared earlier than the sun and moon. You are modest man, Purusha. The whole world is that syllable Om, which swallows what is Prajapati like, what is Soma like, the subtle soul, the seizable by its unseizable, the existence by its existence, the Soma like by its Soma like, the subtle by its subtle, the wind like by its wind like, to it as the greatest swallower, the salutation, the salutation. All deities are in the heart and the vital breaths. You are beyond the three moras, that is, A, U, and Ma, and resides in the heart of all living organisms. Its head is in the north, feet are in the south. He who is to the north is the sound Om. As the sound Om, he is the holy call. As the holy call, he is all pervading. As all pervading, he is infinite. As infinite, he is the protecting Taram. As the protecting, he is the pure. As the pure, he is the subtle. As the subtle, he is the lightning like. As the lightning like, he is the highest Brahmana. As the highest Brahmana, he is the one. As the one, he is Rudra. As Rudra, he is the ruler. As the ruler, he is the exalted Maheshwara. But why is he called the sound Om? Because being uttered, he makes the vital breaths go upwards on high. Therefore, he is called the sound Om. It is recited for conveying salute to Rik, Yajuh, Sama, Atharva, and the Brahmanas. Hence, it is called Pranava. Why is it said omnipresent? Because being uttered, he pervades and permeates that quiet one. Katha 3.13. Sewn lengthwise and crosswise. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad 3.6. As a lump of sesame doff with oil, therefore he is called all pervading. It is called unending, anata, because it is called unending, ananta, because ending is not perceived irrespective of the recital made upward, downward, and slantly. But why is he called the Taram, protecting? Because being uttered, he rescues from the dire fear of conception, birth, illness, old age, death, and from the transmigration of the soul and protects. Therefore, it is called the protecting. But why is he called the pure Shuklam? Because being uttered, he makes noise, plundered, and makes one tired. Klamayanti, and makes one tired. Klamayati. Therefore, he is called the pure. But why is he called the subtle? Because being uttered, he takes possession of the body in a subtle form and tinges all the limbs. Therefore, he is called the subtle. But why is he called lightning like? Because being uttered, he illumines it in the great unmanifest darkness. Therefore, he is called lightning like. But why is he called the highest Brahman? Because he is the highest of the highest goal, the strong and strengthens by the strong magic power. Bhratya Brahmayati. Therefore, he is called the highest Brahman. But why is he called the one? He who the devourer of all vital powers, pranaha, by the act of devouring them as being more eternal, unites them and again spreads them apart, so that some hasten to their master, and some others hasten to their master, and some others hasten to their master, and yet others, as the natural powers corresponding to the pranas, hasten to the south, the west, the north, and the east, who is the meeting place of all here, and has become one by uniting, moves along as the vital breath of the creatures. Therefore, he is called that one. But why is he called Rudra? Because his essence, Rupam, is grasped instantly, Dhrutam, only by the seers, Rishi, not by other devotees. Therefore, he is called Rudra. But why is he called the ruler? Because it is he who rules over all the gods. With his regal and procreative powers, Shvetashvatara Upanishad 3.1. To you, O here, we cry out, like cows which go for milking, to the Lord of what moves, to the heaven seer, to the Lord, O Indra, of what stays, Rig 7.32.22. Therefore, he is called the ruler. But why is he called the exalted Maheshwara? Because he permits the devotees, bhakta, in the participation of perception and is gracious towards them, because he withdraws the speech of the Veda in himself and again allows it to flow out. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad 2.4.10. Because giving up all forms, he raises himself and is elevated through the perception of the Atman and the mastery of the Yoga. Therefore, he is called the exalted Maheshwara. This is the knowledge of Rudra. The one God in all the world spaces, born of old and in mother's womb. He was born, he will be born. He is in men and omnipresent. One Rudra there is. Don't worship him as second, who with his regal powers rule over the world. He dwells in the creatures. He dwells in the creatures and gathers them in him at the end, when he, the guardian, devours all creatures, who as one presides over every womb, through whom the whole universe spreads out, who knows him as ruler, as God, liberal giver, praiseworthy. He enters into that peace forever, shunning the world, the root of the casual net, wisely surrendering to Rudra all acquisition. They acknowledged Rudra as the unity, as the eternal, the senior in refreshment and energy, the creature as the one who cuts their bonds of death. Thus it happens that by means of that sacred sound, when he penetrates into the soul, the Ishvara grants peace, the release of creatures, Pashu, from their bonds, Pasha, by the 3.5 Mora of Om. The first Mora of Om, A, U, Ma, has Brahmana as its deity and is red in color. He who meditates on it continuously goes to the abode of Brahmana. The second Mora has Vishnu as its deity and is black in color. He who meditates on it continuously goes to the abode of Vishnu. The third Mora has Ishana as its deity and is brown in color. He who meditates on it continuously goes to the abode of Ishana as its deity and is brown in color. He who meditates on it continuously goes to the abode of Ishana. But the 3.5 Moras has all these as its deities, is unmanifest, goes out into the wide, is pure, and resembles a mountain crystal in color. He who meditates on it continuously goes to the abode of the bliss. Therefore, one should revere this. The silent one, ascetics, proclaim it wordlessly, because there is no grasping of it. That is the prescribed way to the north by which the gods go. Chandogya Upanishad 5.10.1. And the fathers and the rishis to the highest of the highest, to the supreme goal. Minute like hair's tip in the midst of heart, omnipresent, the god, golden deer, the wise who sees him as dwelling in himself, he alone attains peace and none else. Leaving anger to him, greed and worldly desires, shunning the world, the root of the causal net, wisely surrendering to Rudra all acquisition, they acknowledged Rudra as the unity. For Rudra is the controller through eternal, all refreshment and energy and austerities. What is called fire is ashes, and what wind is ashes, and what water is ashes, and what earth is ashes, and what ether is ashes, and the whole universe is ashes, and the mind and these eyes. Because this is the vow of the Pashupata, viz., that he covers his limbs with ashes. Therefore, this is the Pashupata form of prayer, so that the creation be freed from his bonds. Salutation to that Rudra who is in fire, in water, who has entered plants and creepers, who has become all these creatures. To this Rudra salutation as Agni, to Rudra who is in fire, in water, who has entered plants and creepers, who has become all these creatures, to this Rudra salutation, salutation. Rudra who is in water, Rudra in plants, Rudra in trees, Rudra by whom the world is held on high, by whom is supported the earth in a twofold or threefold as supporter, and the snakes who dwell in the atmosphere. To this Rudra salutation, salutation. Rudra as prana in the human head. When Atharvan sewed together his head and the heart in him, he stimulated him over the brain as purifier from the head down. This head belongs to Atharvan. A cask, a cask stuffed with gods. This head is guarded by prana, food, and manas in union. There are 9 heavens guarded by divine community, 9 atmospheres, and 9 of these earths. He who is seen lengthwise and crosswise in all, from him nothing exists apart. Nothing is earlier than him, nothing later, nothing what had been or was going to be. With 1,000 feet and only one head, he pervades the world and makes it roll. From the eternal, time is born. From time, he is called the pervader. From the pervader is the exalted Rudra. When Rudra lies down in the manner of a serpent's coil, then the creatures are withdrawn within. When he breathes out, there originates darkness. From darkness, the water, when he stirs in the water with a finger, what is stirred becomes cold in the cold, and when it is stirred, it becomes foam. Out of the foam originates the universe. Egg, out of the egg, Brahmana. Out of Brahmana, the wind. Out of the wind, the sound, Om. Out of the sound, Om, Savitri. Out of Savitri, Gayatri. Out of Gayatri, the worlds. They praise tapas and truth when they pour out the sweet drink. Who does not forget liberation? Indeed, this is the highest tapas. Is water, light, essence, the immortal Brahmana. Bhur, Bhuva, Swar. Om, salutation. The Brahmana who studies this Atharvashiras, one who is not an authority on scriptures, becomes an authority on scriptures, and uninitiated becomes initiated. He is purified by fire, purified by wind, purified by Soma, purified by truth. He is known by all the gods. He is meditated upon by all the Vedas, becomes one who has bathed in all the holy bathing places, and all sacrifices are performed by him. 60,000 Gayatri stanzas are muttered by him. 100,000 stanzas of the Itihasa, Puranas, and of the Rudra hymns are muttered by him. 10,000 pranavas are muttered by him. He purifies the assembly as far as his sight reaches. Achakshushaha. He purifies up to the seventh generation, ancestors and descendants. Thus has the exalted one promised. He who mutters the Atharvashiras once becomes pure, purified, fit for activity. He who mutters it a second time attains supremacy over the host of the Supreme God. He who mutters it a third time enters into a similar existence. Om the truth, Om the truth, Om the truth. Iti Atharvashira Upanishad Samapta. Om Tat Sat.